Hello, hello. For today's happy hour, look how full my green envelope is. I really need to work on this. There's so much stuff in here, it's ridiculous. So let me pull this out, and I really, actually, you know what? I'm scared to do that because it's just going to blow up. Let's pull out a bunch of stuff that I can use. All right, I can use those. Anything that's actually made already. So like these, I can put those on a card easily. That's what I want to look for, is easy stuff that I can throw on a card. That'll be easy peasy. Alrighty, what else? What are these? Those need to be finished. That's a big card with a froggy on it. All right, oh, there you go. I can throw that on a card. Wow, there's so much stuff in here. This is really crazy, Barbara. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, I can throw that on something. What else? We've got a whole stack of these. I can work on those. What else is in here that I can pull out? Anything else that's already made? Here's some more tags and stuff. These frogs are hilarious. Somebody sent those to me. They're just so funny. Oh, there's some more trucks. Let's pull a couple trucks out. There's some birds that can be used. Oops, and more birds. Oh, bonjour, bonjour. We can put those on the inside or outside. That's a good idea. Here's a Noah's Ark. That's a picture already made and whatnot. That's almost done. Alrighty, it looks like I've got a few things in here that are already started that need to be finished. These look like they just need to be finished. That's good. Awesome. All right, I'm getting some of this stuff out of here then. This is great. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted, was to pull some of this stuff out and get it out of here. More big pieces. Okay, good. That's a lot better. At least it can breathe now. All right, so let's see. We've got, these can go on the inside of cards or the outside. And actually, they match these perfect. Excuse me. Whoops, there. All right, pictures, that needs to be finished. These are started, they need to be finished. That can go on a card, that can go on a card. All right, so all these can pretty much go right on a card. All right, so let's do that. Let's play with those first. And then we've got this other pile of stuff. All right, so let's do this. Alrighty, let's make some cards. Oh yeah. Alrighty, let me turn this over. And we've got this. Yoo-hoo, spring into reading. Summer and spring. We're coming into winter time here, so let's not do these. Let's put these back. But we have these pretty pictures, and we can certainly put those on. That'll be nice. And we just need something else to go on either side or on top or bottom. That's nice. Anything on the back? No. I'm wondering, do I want to put on the inside? Nope, I'm going to put on the outside. And let's just make two of the same, because why not? That'll get them done quicker. All right, so we need this, and we need the green scraps. So let's see what kind of scraps we've got in here. Oh, we've got that piece. That's pretty. We could cut that, put that on there, put this on the inside. Let's do that. Let's trim this down to fit on the card front. That is a great idea. All right, so that is almost. So let's trim a little edge off, and then I guess I was kind of crooked anyway, so there, I'll just trim it off some more. And then 4 inches. Perfect. All right, there. Then we've got these little scraps. We can put those in here. See if we can use those up too, because that'll match perfect on the inside of cards. All right, so we need glue. This was an old invite for a women's meeting at church. And I had it forever because it was so pretty and had vellum on the front and a pretty picture, and I took the pretty picture and the vellum off, and I'm left with this background. So now I can finally use this. Alrighty, and that is perfect. Okay, then we need to trim this down. Alrighty, and put these in the garbage. And that can go on the inside, and that is so pretty. Oh my goodness. Do I want to put it up to the side and put something else on it, or just that? I think it needs something else, and that needs to go on the inside. So let's go ahead and put this on the inside. Glue stick right there. I get on and my mind starts going 150 miles an hour, and I get all shaky, and I'm like, okay, let's go, 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 go. And my mind just races and races. That's pretty, but I want to put this longer one right here. Two of my little grand dogs haven't been feeling well. They've had the sniffles and coughing and hacking, and they both have, they're a little congested. Poor little guys, or guy and gal, I should say. There, that's pretty. All right, now this can definitely go on there, but I want something on either side, and I pulled these out. I can put these on either side. So let's do that. Let's do a nice light color. That'll be pretty. So let's take this one out. There, because we can cut this, and we can add one on either side, and that'll be pretty. Yes, no, maybe so. No, I don't like that on there. All right, that's not pretty. Put it back. Though I could do just one. If I did it that, well, if I do it, that's the way it's supposed to go. I guess if I did it that way, that's okay. And then I could put a flower on there. All right, I'm going to do that. All right, I guess I do like it. Use it the right way, Barbara. Oh, it was cute. I was going through some YouTube videos yesterday, and I found the Little Princess and the Dragon. And the little prince's name was, or princess, the little princess, her name was Barbara. And I thought, oh, that's so cute. Let's watch a movie about a girl with the same name as me. That was really a cute little show. But it was a little disappointing because it left it open for more videos, but I didn't find any more videos. So if you're familiar with that series or that movie, if there are other ones that go with it, please let me know, because I would love to see more. Because they had a whole adventure book in the story, and I was so excited, and I thought, oh, this will be really cool. Yep, but then they didn't take it any further. That should work. Yep. Put this end down. So it stays down instead of sticking out. There, that's better. Okay. There, now we can put a little flower on either side, or something else. If we've got something else in this bag. Let's see. There's always something else. There's always some little doodads down the bottom. Oh, yeah, we have these. But that's kind of big. We do have butterflies. That might be fun. This. I guess I could do those. Those would fit. That's actually kind of cute. Unless I find something that I like better. Is there anything little that's in here that I can use? Let me see. Oh gosh, there's so much stuff. Little things, Barbara, little things. Oops, here's little stuff. Oh, there's little flowers right there. That would work. What's that? Oh, a little thingy that I had made. Oh, there's more little itty bitty stuff. That's what I'm looking for, is little itty bitty stuff. Some stickers. That'll take away. I don't want anything to take away. All right. This kind of takes away, because then you just look at this. Here, you're looking at this. You do see that, but you're looking at this. As soon as these go down, that's all you look at. So I don't want that. All right, so let's not do that. All righty, and I'm looking at, let's see about this here. What's in this bag? I love saving all these little bags and recycling them. That's always fun. Oh, just plain little butterflies. Okay, that would be perfect. Check them out. All right. I could do those ones. That would be pretty. Does that take away though? Yeah, it does. All right, so I don't want that then. What about these ones? These are just vellum. Nope, that doesn't even show. But we could put them on here. We could put a little cluster on there. Come on, get on there. Get over here. There. That's kind of okay. That's not too bad. That's not, I was hoping for something here. I could even put just a gem, but let me look at these flowers first. All right. Oh, wait, there's flowers here. Okay, let's check these out. I just need 2. 1, 2. You know what? That's not bad, and that definitely does not take away from at all. Even if I put 2 or 3, if I did 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, that would be okay too. I think yes. That's okay because that's just subtle. It's not, look at me, you know? It's not like jumping out at you. It's not contrasting at all. It's just blending in. So I like that. I want to make sure I'm in the picture here. I do like that. Okay. That's good. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to put something in my mouth here because my mouth is being funky. Oh, let's see. Mint. That'll work. All right, peppermint. That'll work. There. You have to excuse me by sucking and slurping on a peppermint here. All right. That's going to be pretty. I don't know if I'm having sympathy pains for my grandpuppies or if I'm getting a scratchy throat. It feels like I might be getting a scratchy throat. I hope I'm not. That's pretty. I like that together. Okay. Nice. I like that. Perfect. All right, now, do I want the butterflies on there? Yay or nay? That's really pretty. I like that. I think no, because I kind of like it just like that. So let's put the butterflies back in here, and we'll save those for something else. Alrighty. But I do like the way that looks. That's pretty. All right, nice. So we've got one card done. Alrighty, so now let's work on this one. That is cute. All right, what else? Can we put that on there? It's okay, but it's not pretty. I want it to be pretty. That's got that orange. That's pretty on there. I kind of like that. I think I'm just going to go for it because I do like that. So let's do it. Part of a calendar page. Somebody sent that to me. Yeah, now that I've moved here to West Virginia, I've got to find a new group of people to start saving their calendars for me, their yearly calendars, because that's what I like to use to make the envelopes for my senior cards when I take them to the senior center. I recycle calendars. So I need quite a few of them. That is cute. I like that. Okay, let's get this corner. There. That's better. That's cute. Okay, let's put bonjour on the inside. Bonjour. Got to love it. We're going to make it into a pop-up. That way when they open it up, they'll get a nice little surprise. There. Alrighty. And I want it right here. Alrighty. And I better write down hello first, because it's hard to get that hello in there after I put this on here. Hello. There. That way it's already started. Then I can get some glue on here. There. And that should do it. And then, voila. How cool is that? That's perfect. Uh-oh, you coming over? You saw my wire, so you can't come that way? You're gonna try to come on the other side? My kitty's trying to come over here. You gotta come over down on the floor. Come over down here. Then I can say hi. That's pretty, I like that. All right, maybe something along the edge. Like what? We've got one of those in here. I could cut that in half. I could do... Yeah, let's cut this in half and put it on either side. That'll work. Then that'll match with this, see? That'll be cute. And that'll use up something else out of my bag. Yay me. What are you doing, Butler? Huh? Is Daddy outside smoking a cigar? And nobody's downstairs with you, so you had to come up here? And Mama's trying to be sneaky doing a video without you? Oh me, oh my. I'm so like that. That's cute. All right, I like that. Nice. Okay. So that one's done. Let's do another one. Grab another card. And let's look at this one. That's so cute. Noah's Ark. Somebody sent these. Secret Pal sent that to me. Thank you, Secret Pal. I love Noah's Ark stuff. Yep. I would love to go see the Noah's Ark that was built. I forget where it is. But it's supposedly a real size, the size that it actually was. That would be so cool to go see it. That's pretty. Now, maybe if I put half that on, that'll be neat. Somebody sent me this. That's 4 inches. So cut it at 2 inches. There we go. And that'll be pretty. Yep. Right there. That's pretty. Okay. Sometimes it looks pretty just to do a little something. And that's neat. And then this can be 3D'd on there. That'll be cool. Let's do that. So tomorrow we're going to get up and go to the Shenandoah Farmers Market in Hagerstown. I think that's going to be fun. We've been there once before. We saw it, an advertisement for it, and then we went to visit it one day. And it's funny because on the outside it kind of reminds me of like a Trader Joe's type of environment when you first get there, but then you go inside and it's like, whoa, it's like an Amish market, Amish Mennonite market. And I guess there's a variety of different, I don't know if they're considered churches but I was asking because I noticed that the ladies had different types of hats. There were 3 different types of hats that were covering their heads. And I asked the one lady, I said, why? I said, I'm just curious, why are there 3 different hats? And she said, oh, because they're different sects. How do you say that? Sect. S-E-C-T. So they're different groups. And I thought, that's really cool. And I just love them. They're so pretty. It reminded me of when I was younger and I used to love to dress as a pioneer with the bonnet. And that was so fun. I like this. That's cute. All righty. Now, I know I've got lizards or something. What is that? Is that oh, that's a footprint. A dinosaur footprint. Roar. That's funny. All right, I know I've got geckos or something in. Oh, there's a gecko right there. Duh. Silly me. See, I could put that on. That would work with this. I'm going to do that. Why not? Let's add a gecko. Ta-da! That's cute. That's a cute card. All right, now, the other half, I think what I'm going to do is, do I want to put the other half on the inside? Or I was thinking of, they might be stuck just writing a little bit. Or just trimming a piece. Nope. All right, where's the skinny pieces? What else is in here? I know I've got something in here. Oh, here's a piece. That'll work. I'll put that on. That'll match. All right. That's going to go on. Yep, yep, yep. Put that on the top and bottom. And then I'll put this on and we will see how that fits. There. Perfect. Then we can just turn that over and trim it off. Nice. All right. That's cute. All righty. Now what? Oh, yes, we've got this one. So let's go ahead and make this one too. So let's do something different with this. We've got this piece. We've got this piece with flowers cut out. That would be pretty. That's a pretty idea. Okay, let's cut this. Cut the bottom off again. There. Let's trim these closer. That looks better. So I'm excited. My sister was telling me that my brother who lives in Germany is coming for Christmas time. So that'll be nice to see him again. Haven't seen him in a few years. That's perfect. I like that. Okay. So let's put this on there. That's my favorite color green, that olive green. That's just gorgeous. It's such a handsome color. Okay, let's get some glue on here. I guess I needed that mint for my throat. That's making my throat feel a little bit better. Maybe I am coming down with something. Hopefully not. That's pretty. Let's get this on the inside. Gosh, I was trying. I know what's wrong with me sometimes. I've made hard-boiled eggs for years, and everybody's favorite thing for me to take to the family gatherings was the deviled eggs. So I'm definitely I definitely know how to make hard-boiled eggs, but for some reason, I don't know. I was trying my daughter. I was trying to do the way she does, and she boiled them. She boiled her eggs, and then she put them. I mean, she's used her. She has a microwave cooker that she cooks eggs. She's got a plug-in cooker that she puts her eggs in. She's got her, what is that? Not the pressure cooker, but the air fryer. She'll put them in the air fryer thing, and they come out fine. And so as she boils them on the stove, they come out fine. I've always just boiled them on the stove. So, well, I was over there one day, and she was doing her eggs, and I was totally intrigued because sometimes my eggs come out just fine, and they peel most of the time they peel just fine. But every once in a while I get some stupid batch, and I don't know why, but they just don't want to peel. So they're just all chunks come off when you're trying to peel the skins off. So I was telling her about that, and she goes, "Oh, no, Ma," she goes, "you got to put them in there." Because I asked her, I said, "Why are you putting ice water on them?" Because she boiled the eggs, and then she covered them with ice water. And she said, to stop the cooking process. So I said, okay. And so I thought, well, I can do that. All right. And she just put them in the bowl. And then she put a lid on it. And then she'd go shake, 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 shake. You know, just shake it a couple times. And then she dumps out the water. And then lo and behold, almost all the shells had come off of the eggs. And I was like, wow, I've never seen eggs be peeled off so easy. So I thought, I have to give it a try. So I come home, and I tried it. I boiled them up and took them out and put them in a bowl and a lid to go to it and put ice water over it, and I shook it up and I opened it up and I went, alrighty, I had made egg soup. The eggs disintegrated. They just disintegrated. They were just all broken apart. It looked disgusting. It just looked like a bowl full of vomit. It was just gross looking. So I was like, and I'm laughing because I'm like, all right, that's never happened to me before, but then I never tried that either. But I just thought that was so funny. So I called her and I said, you know, you're going to get a kick out of this. This is what I did. And she goes, no, Ma, you got to. And she goes, I'll make you eggs. I'll just drop some eggs off for you. And it's like, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, you know, that it just wasn't working. And then that she goes, well, next time you come over, she goes, I just got a new egg maker, so I'll give you my old one. And she goes, you're going to love it. It's real easy. So I said, okay. So, and it was the microwave one. So I thought, oh, that's cool. You know, I've got a microwave rice cooker, which I love. I got it at the Mennonite market years ago, and I've used it for so many years. That's pretty. That's perfect. All right. So anyway, so she gave me this egg maker thing, and she told me how to use it. So I took a permanent marker and I wrote right on top of the lid the instructions. So I did it. And so, or I thought so. And I cooked them in the microwave, took them out, put the ice in it, let it sit, and then I shook it up, and I didn't hear any more ice. So it was like, wow, okay, that ice melted really fast. And I did, and it just sounded thick, and I went, oh no. And I opened it up. It was mush. It was soup again. So I called her and I said, I don't know what's going on with me. I'm just, I don't know if it's my mind, if I'm just going stupid in my old age or what, but, you know, at least I'm having a good laugh about it. So, but whatever. So she goes, all right, she said, as soon as I finish getting the dogs fed, she said, I'll come over and I'll cook some eggs. She goes, you have more eggs, or do I need to bring some? And I said, no, we've got plenty of eggs. So she says, okay, I'll be over in a little bit. So she came over and we went over the instructions, and I said, yep. And then I thought, all right, the only thing that I didn't do was I didn't put, I guess you're supposed to do a water bath, an ice bath. So you're supposed to put ice and water. So, and I forgot the water part. So, and you're supposed to let it sit again. So you're supposed to cook them for 8, 9, or 10 minutes in the microwave. Let them sit for a minute, and then take them out, and then add your ice water to it. You fill it up with ice and then fill it up with water, which I didn't do. I didn't do the water part. And then you're supposed to put the lid on it and let it sit for another minute, which I didn't do. So there were 2 parts I didn't do. And then she said what happened was, because the eggs were still too hot and they were still cooking, then I shook them all up and it just made the soup. That's why. So they fell apart. So we were laughing. So we did it with together, and they came out just fine. So it was like, okay, good, because I was really in the mood for some hard-boiled eggs. So they came out just fine that time. So now I have to cook some more tomorrow. We'll see how they come out tomorrow. So hopefully they'll come out okay. That would be nice. All right, that's cute. Or do I want to move it up and move this up? Do I want to center it? I don't like things centered right in the center. I like it down just a little and down a little. Let's do that instead. All right, because that's pretty. Or do I want to add another color too? Ooh, there's that color too. Ooh, let's do that. That would be pretty. Ooh. I'm going to do that. Okay. We're going to glue these together. Yep. Let's see how long this is. And I will mark it over here. I don't know. It's funny though, because with having fibromyalgia, and I get this brain fog, and sometimes it's really hard. It's like I can tell that I'm in a fog. I'm in a frog. Yeah, that too. But I'll be in this fog, and it's like, it's so frustrating because it just takes over. And that's very unsettling to deal with that. So, and then most times I'm fine, but depends on that pain level. Man, when that pain level goes up, wow, that fog just sets in, and oh my goodness. And all I can think of is I just want to lay down. And it comes on so quick and heavy, so fast. And that's just amazing to me. Yep, it really stinks. Not fun at all. But I know my mother has diabetes, and there's times when she gets kind of foggy too, and when her sugar gets too high. And I could always tell. And I'm like, wow, is that what I look like? Is that how I act when I'm in that fog? I know my husband will say that he knows, he can tell when my pain level's up there, because he said I just kind of stare off in the distance. I'll just be sitting in my chair, or sometimes I don't even realize the pain level is that high, and I'll get up in the morning, and I'll have breakfast, and then I'm like, I'll go sit in my chair, and I turn it on heat and turn the massage on, and I'll just sit there and just kind of go through a couple sessions of massage, and then I'll come upstairs to get dressed, and then sometimes I'll just, like yesterday, we were supposed to get up and go somewhere yesterday, and we had an hour before we had to leave, and I came upstairs to get dressed, and I went, okay, well, I've got an hour, so, I'll just get dressed. And I sat on the bed to put my pants on, and I thought, I just felt my back's not feeling well. And that's usually when it is, when the pain level starts getting in there. So it's like, all right, so I laid down, and I passed right out. I was just out of it. So my husband came up about 30 minutes later, and he's like, hey, babe, are you okay enough to go out today, or do you want me to call and cancel? Or it's like, nope, I want to go. So I had to get up and take some pain pills. Thank goodness it wasn't too bad. So I could actually take pain pills, and that worked. Yep. Some days I'm blessed, and I can do that, and it works. Some days the blessing is I have my bed, and I'm not working, so the blessing is I can just go to bed and sleep it off. And that's okay too. I'm just so thankful that this has happened now that I'm older, instead of when I was younger, especially when I was younger and dealing with my children, or even dealing with my grandchildren when they were real little, because now they're all teenagers now. That's pretty. I like that. But I've got a couple of friends that I've known for years, and they've got illnesses that knock them out too. And oh my goodness, I feel for them. I just feel for them, because they've got their grandchildren around. And one of them's got a 6-year-old, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Can't imagine. She's about 8 years younger than me, but still having a 6-year-old. Oh my gosh. I cannot imagine that. Nope. I'm glad I had my babies young. I like the way this looks. I love the inside especially. I actually like the inside better than the outside. But that's okay, because now we can do something with this. Like what? Like, how about a word or something? Let's put a word on there. Let's see. What's the word? What is the word? I don't think I have any words or anything in here. I have the word baby. 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 Enjoy your flat rack. What else can I put on here? Oh, there's the geckos. I could do a row of geckos walking across the bottom. That would be funny. That is funny. Boop, boop, be doop. That's funny, and it doesn't really take away. It looks okay to me. That's funny. Or do I want to put those on the... No, the insides I like. This... Why not? Let's do that. Why the heck not? Hecky. Alrighty. Sticky. That's funny, I'm saying sticky, and I'm thinking Sneaky Pete. Did you ever see that show? You can watch it for free on, it's a series. You can watch it for free on YouTube. I know at least the first season, I believe, is on YouTube for free. But I think we watched it on Netflix, but I just saw it on YouTube the other day, and I went, oh my goodness. So I told my sister about it, and I said, you got to look this up. I'm pretty sure you can watch it from YouTube. But it is so funny. It's about a fella that while he's in jail, his roommate talks every day in detail about growing up on his farm at home and blah, 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 and how, you know, his whole family and how they live together happily ever after and all this stuff. And so he knows this guy's background. So he's due to get out of jail, and he decides, well, what else do I have to do? He goes to the farm, and he says, hey, I'm Pete. Hi, Grandma. And he introduces himself because it's been years later, and they don't know what Pete looks like anymore. So, there's only 3 little teeny ones. Okay, I need bigger ones. Or smaller ones, rather. What's on here? 2 colored ones. There's 3 here. Let's do that. Let's do colored ones. Alrighty. But anyways, it's a really cool show. You have to look it up and watch it. There's bigger. Where did I just see those? Because now I'm thinking maybe I do. Or wait. Ooh, that would be cool. Let's do that. I'm thinking let's put the black ones on there because that would match. I'm going to try that. I think that'll be pretty cool. What was the other one? There was another show that we had watched that. What was it? It was about a guy that he was playing on it. He was playing with his computer, and his computer wigged out on him and started going through all this stuff. And he passed out. He was watching it all, and he was mesmerized by it. And for some reason, he retained the memory of everything that was on there. Chuck. That was the name, Chuck. I'll have to ask my husband about that. I'm pretty sure the show was called Chuck. So, but anyways, the guy's name was Chuck, and he had all this information, and the computer blew up. So all the information was in his mind, and so people were chasing after him, and he was working with the cops, and they were trying to find out all this information using his memory of things, and things would happen that would trigger his memory. It was really cool. That was a cool show. I like the way this looks. Yep. Still think it needs something else up here. Like, for instance, where those butterflies go? Do we want to put a butterfly on there? That might take away, though. But maybe not. We shall see. That looks good. Why not? Let's do it. All right, where's my tape? Masking tape, where are you? Way back there, okay. Alrighty, you're gonna see a neat little trick. I know I've shown this before, but these clear stickers, you stick it on the back of masking tape, and scratch that corner a little, and then you lift it up. Come on, there goes. And the sticker part comes up, and that plastic stays on the masking tape until you pull it off. Isn't that easy? Instead of sitting there trying to pick it apart. Oh my gosh, trying to pick it apart is a pain in the rear end. That really works. All right, now I like that. That's perfect. All right, very good. I am impressed. All righty. Next, what else do we have here? We've got this. We can put that on a card. So, and how much time do we have? Oh, 46 minutes. We've got about 15 minutes. All righty, good. Keep an eye on my watch here. And we will do this. Let's see. A green background, or let's see. I know I've got green in here. Let's put it up. What do I have? What kind of backgrounds do I have? Do-da-do-da-day. That, but no. Ooh, that's kind of pretty. That would match. Ooh. I like that. All right, and it doesn't have to be green. That's okay. All right, we're going to use that pretty tan. And that was actually part of a card, wasn't it? Yep, that was part of a card. And I had to cut it in half because I couldn't use that whole card. I just thought, nope, that's just a waste. I can't waste it. There. Trim that down, and we can use these on the inside. That would be perfect on the outside. That is so pretty. Then we can put this on there. That'll be nice. All right, let's do this. There we go. Perfect. All right. That's just so pretty. Let's 3D that. Yep, yep, yep. All right, foam. I know I pulled that down right there. Foamy, foamy, foam. Voila. That's so pretty. Ta-da! Alrighty, and then let's put these two strips on the inside. Yeah, just the one works good. Yep, 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 though I could put it out here if I put it on another color. Like, for instance, some of that green. Let's see. That matches. So if I did that, that looks pretty. All right, let's do that. Good idea. Gotta love it. Let's turn this over. Voila. Nice, nice, nice. Alrighty. that's pretty. I like the way that looks. Then it needs a piece of bling right in the center. Or a little flower. That's the wrong color. Bling. I don't have any of those tan ones left, do I? Nope. Just all pink. That pink might be okay. Let's do that. That'd be pretty. Yep, that'll be pretty. Okay, I like that. That's nice. I like that. That's a pretty card. Alrighty. All right, now, oh yes, and I still have this other bonjour we can add. I can put these back in here. Guess I could do another video. Holy crap. I got a lot of green stuff. But we're going to be gone tomorrow, so I can't leave it lay it out because my kitty will come in here and destroy all my stuff. That should be okay, though, to leave that there. All right, let's put all these back in here. And bonjour. I guess I can put that on something. Yep, we can put this on the inside of, not that one. Did I put one in here? Put it in there. All right. Do I want to put it inside here? Why not? Let's do that. Let's use it up. Yep, yep, yep. There. Alrighty. Oops, and I've got to write down hello at the top here first. Hello. And then glue this in. Wah! Come back here, come back here. All right, we'll put it up a little bit higher this time. Up there. Close that up and press that down good. And then we can open that up and ta-da, there it is. Perfect. All right. So we did good. I'm impressed. So let's clean this little mess up. And put those scrubs back over here and scrap in. Green, orange, blue. Okay. There, put that away. Put these back on the shelf where they belong. And then I can show you these cards. So we've got this one, the Noah's Ark one, with my little gecko. So there's that one. There's this one. And there's this one. Little quilt. I really like this one. That's really pretty. And this one. I like this layout. I think these two are my favorite. And then this one. And I love how the orange is pulled out. And this one. I don't know, I kind of like this one too. That's funny, these three. But I think these two are my favorite. I think this is my all-time favorite out of all of them. If you've got a favorite out of these, let me know which one is your favorite. That's always fun to hear. And until we meet again, happy crafting. Bye-bye.